Elon Musk just exposed a dark secret about the US government and how they have magic money printers that are printing money out of thin air, and this might have huge implications for Bitcoin.
One of the things you told me about is what you call magic money computers at the treasuries. So tell us about it, because I never heard of that until you brought that up.
So I call a magic money computer any computer which can just make money out of thin air. That's magic money.
So how does that work?
It just issues payments.
Now, obviously, it seems very alarming that there could be magic money computers printing money out of thin air, but we have some really good takes from the Bitcoin community, and then we're going to go to the Bitcoin charts because there are 3 trend lines that I've identified that I'm going to be paying attention to enter in on some Bitcoin longs and maybe even do some more Bitcoin spot purchases. Now, this great take comes from Jameson Lopp, the chief security officer at a Bitcoin custody company, and he said this about the video comments. And he just has the simple solution: Bitcoin fixes this. Now, this is huge because Bitcoin advocates have long touted Bitcoin's ability to hedge against currency devaluation. And so when you print money out of thin air, you are devaluing your currency. And as Bitcoin supply is capped at 21 million coins, while fiat supply can increase with more printing, Bitcoin obviously the much better asset. I want to give a quick shout out to LBank Exchange. It is my favorite exchange to get all of the latest trading pairs, all of the hottest meme coins and altcoins. You can go to the spot trading, or you could do futures perpetual trading, and we have a link down below with the tutorial on the top of our page. Tons and tons of features here, 24/7 customer support, huge reach here, huge volume, millions of users, and they have over 200 countries and regions covered. So go ahead, open up an account, deposit some funds, and start your trading journey. Now, with this latest Elon Musk video where he's talking about how broken the monetary system is, it's got a lot of people renewing their rumors about how much Bitcoin Elon Musk holds, because we know for a fact he does own some Bitcoin indirectly. And Jesus Maxi, one of my favorite Bitcoin maxis out there, I believe that Elon Musk is a Bitcoin whale. He likely hodls over 10 to 50,000 Bitcoin across multiple wallets. There's no way that Tesla holds 10,000 Bitcoin and he doesn't understand it. Absolutely no chance. His silence on Bitcoin is definitely strategic. Now, we're going to go to the Bitcoin charts in a little bit to identify these trend lines, but let's dive into Elon Musk's Tesla and Bitcoin holdings with SpaceX and his other companies. Now, here's an article from investing.com. Here's how much Bitcoin Elon Musk SpaceX owns, and here are the details. So, now while SpaceX is primarily recognized for its ambitious space missions, the company is likewise bullish on Bitcoin, the largest cryptocurrency by market cap, owning substantial Bitcoin holdings. We're going to reveal this wallet imminently. Now, according to Arkham Intelligence, the holdings are worth nearly $500 million. Now, this is an older article. Let's go into their actual wallet, and we got this from Arkham. It's a great site if you want to look at Trump's World Liberty Fi portfolio, some big whales, etc. And so looking at their balance here, you can see they have done a little bit of reduction in 22, but the balance history, they now have $674 million in Bitcoin, and they haven't touched this portfolio in 3 years. So they're obviously very bullish on Bitcoin. Now, Elon Musk has spoken about Bitcoin directly. This is from a Bitcoin conference where he chatted with the founder of X, aka Twitter at the time, Jack Dorsey, and Cathie Wood, famous Bitcoin bull.
The only publicly traded stock I own is Tesla. And the only significant thing I own outside of Tesla is my SpaceX stock that helped create both companies. So, but apart from that, I do own Bitcoin, and Tesla owns Bitcoin, SpaceX owns Bitcoin, and I do personally own a bit of Ethereum and Dogecoin, of course.
So it appears that Elon Musk has 3 main investments: SpaceX, Tesla, and then some crypto, with a little bit of Ethereum and Doge, but probably the vast majority of that is going to be Bitcoin. Now, I said we're going to go to the Bitcoin chart, and there's 3 trend lines I want to identify. So let's go ahead and dive in. Now, the red lines right here is when SpaceX sold their Bitcoin. They got out right before a dump. They should have accumulated more. Like we said, they haven't touched that wallet in 3 years, so it's unfortunate for them. But let's talk about the trend lines on Bitcoin. So this is the daily chart that we're looking at, and Bitcoin is just kind of stuck in a range right now. We got a little bit of support on the bottom, but we also got some downward resistance that we're fighting against. Now, on the daily chart, looks pretty clean. On the 12-hour, it looks a little bit better here. And so the first trend line that we're looking at for Bitcoin to dump to is going to be below us, and it's this trend line right here. And so if we measure that out, we got a little bit of pain before we hit the bottom here. Not too much. Looks like Bitcoin could fall a little less than $1,000, about 1% here. That would test the first part of the first range. Now I said there's 3 trend lines though that I'm looking at. So that's just one of them. Now the second trend line was something that I noticed on the daily chart, and it's going to be kind of looking at this peak into the previous price action that we just got out of. And you can see this trend line where it hit, and then the trend line came right here. Now we bounced off it pretty well off the daily chart. When you go to the 4-hour, you can see how strong it really is. Let's remove the first trend line. This is the second one. Have not closed a 4-hour candle below this trend line. So this is the next trend line that I'm watching to the downside. Also a little bit of pain. We fall down below instead of 1%, almost a 3% drop. So that's going to be about 2,200. If you see above my head, $79,000 Bitcoin. So we got a line at around 80,000. We got a line around 79,000, but there's one more level below that I'm paying attention to. And for that, we go back to the daily charts, but now we're going to stretch it out, and you'll see that this peak right here and this peak right here just created a nice horizontal line, a horizontal level of support. So we draw the horizontal line. This is the third and final trend line that I'm looking at when it comes to Bitcoin. And now we're getting a little bit scarier. Now you're looking at a $73,000 Bitcoin. So it could hit these levels, and in my opinion, I'm still feeling very bullish on Bitcoin. Now we accumulated a lot of Bitcoin during these dips right here, but I am waiting for the next level before I go ahead and start DCAing even stronger. And so I'm on the sidelines right now, but I am a huge buyer around these levels. If you're wondering what kind of drop we're looking at here, it's going to be roughly 11% and a little under $10,000. So all the Bitcoin under 77, 75, I'm going to be a buyer. Now I don't quite want to open a trade at these levels, so I do think we could go a little bit lower before I'm interested in making a trade. So we're going to go ahead and put in a trade around 81,100. Maybe that's a little bit greedy. I could wait a little bit longer. But yeah, I feel like that might be a pretty good entry point. So that's where we're going to be getting our trades in. Well, folks, I'm DZ. We're going to have a link for LBank down below. So let me know how much Bitcoin you think Elon Musk holds. I'll be reading the comments down below. I'm DZ for Discover Crypto, and I'll see you in your Bitcoin bags at the top.